Of all the legions ever created, one was chosen to carry the Emperor's own name, not the mightiest, not the largest, the one that came closest to his ideal of what a warrior could be. They were beautiful, brilliant, devoted. They painted between campaigns. They composed music between battles. They pursued excellence the way other legions pursued victory. Because for them, excellence was the victory. The doctrine was simple. No ceiling, no point of sufficient achievement. Always the next level of capability. Always the next expression of what was possible. For a time, this was the finest military culture the galaxy had ever produced. It began with a weapon, the most beautiful weapon the Primarch had ever seen. He was wont not to take it. He took it anyway. He had spent his life taking things that were at the limit of what was achievable. The blade was at the limit. He took it. Some things corrupt slowly. Some things corrupt the moment they are touched. The blade was the second kind. It was not the corruption he felt first. It was the excellence, the pursuit of perfection with something new behind it. Something that wanted to help. Something that had been waiting for someone like him. He painted a portrait, the finest work he had ever produced. The thing that looked back at him from the canvas was not a reflection. The first act of the Heresy was not a battle against the Emperor. It was a purge. The traitor legions turned on their own loyal warriors first. The Emperor's children were among them. The order came from the fleet, from the Primarch, from the men who had decided where they stood. One captain found out before the bombs fell. He'd been given every reason to stand with the decision. His career, his rank, his place in the hierarchy. He had been given every reason. He ran. He broke every order he had. He ran to the surface. He warned them in time. His name was Saul Tarvitz. He knew exactly what it cost. He paid it. He is the proof that the doctrine could have gone otherwise. That proof makes the rest of this story harder to watch. At the drop site massacre, the Emperor's children were present. What they did was not war. It was performance. Where other legions fought with rage or efficiency, the Emperor's children fought with something harder to name. The Slaaneshi influence was visible now, not as corruption, as a specific relationship to violence, something personal, something aesthetic, something that found the largest massacre in the setting interesting. And then the duel, the most trusted friendship between any two Primarchs, ended by the blade that had been waiting to end it. After that, there was nothing to return to. He knew it. He kept going. The demon had worn his face for long enough. Now, it wanted something more. It offered him ascension, given everything he had become, given everything that had been done through his hands, given everything the doctrine had led him toward. He accepted. What ascended was not Fulgrim, but it wore everything he had been. The beauty, the gifts, the brilliance, all present, all going further than he ever would have gone. The most gifted Primarch became the most gifted demon prince. The doctrine had not failed. The doctrine had arrived. 4 characters, the same legion, the same doctrine, the same Primarch, 5 outcomes. Saul Tarvitz ran toward the cost. He died defending the people the Legion tried to kill. He is the exception that makes everything else harder to watch. Solomon Demeter refused. He looked at what was happening and chose a different path, and paid for it. Eidolon looked at what the Legion was becoming, and decided it suited him. He thrived. That is the most disturbing outcome. Lucius became the fall entirely, the greatest swordsman alive, the doctrine at its furthest personal expression. When you kill him, he comes back, wearing your face. That is not a metaphor. That is the doctrine at its logical end. The difference between the four is not strength or weakness. It is the specific point at which each one made or refused the choice. The heresy ended. The Emperor's children did not. They scattered into the eye of terror. No coherence, no plan, no purpose beyond the next sensation. The Emperor's children were the finest expression of what the Emperor wanted to build. They are also the clearest demonstration of what happens when what you build contains no ceiling. The doctrine continues. The limit has not been found. It was never there.